The daring Doolittle Raid, America's first strike on Japan. April 18th, 1942. Just 4 months after the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States is ready to strike back. 16 B-25 Mitchell bombers, each brimming with explosives, sit precariously on the deck of the USS Hornet. Their mission? A daring, near impossible air raid on the heart of the Japanese Empire. This is the story of the Doolittle Raid, America's audacious gamble that changed the course of the war. Led by Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle, 80 hand-picked men trained in absolute secrecy. Their challenge? Flying medium bombers designed for land-based takeoff from the heaving deck of an aircraft carrier, a feat never attempted before. As the Hornet cuts through the Pacific, disaster strikes. A Japanese patrol boat spots them. The element of surprise is lost. The decision? Launch now, hundreds of miles earlier than planned, or abandon the mission entirely. Doolittle doesn't hesitate. "We go," he says. One by one, the bombers roar into the sky, barely clearing the ship's bow. The pilots grip their controls, knowing they don't have enough fuel to return. Their fate? Unknown. Hours later, the first bombs fall on Tokyo, Yokohama, and Nagoya. Explosions shatter industrial targets, sending shockwaves through the Japanese high command. Never before has enemy fire reached the Japanese homeland. The emperor himself is stunned, but the mission is far from over. With fuel running low, the raiders push toward China, hoping to land safely. Some crash into the sea, others bail out over enemy territory. A few are captured, tortured, executed. But most, thanks to the brave efforts of Chinese allies, evade capture. Doolittle himself expects a court-martial. He believes the mission was a failure. But when news reaches the United States, he is hailed as a hero. The raid may have caused minimal damage, but its impact is enormous. Japan is shaken. Their military is forced to pull back resources to defend their home islands. And most importantly, American morale surges. The Doolittle Raid proved one thing. The United States was not beaten. The fight had just begun. 80 men took off that day, knowing they might never return. They were the first to strike back, and their bravery would pave the way for victory in the Pacific.